Hello, friends. Robert Meade, your imagination coach. You know, as a life coach, as an imagination coach, one of my primary goals has always been to teach how to use the law of assumption and practice actually manifesting in your own life, in my own life, to the point where my clients, my students could actually teach it. They can actually teach or coach the law of assumption themselves. If you can actually explain something yourself and you have successfully used it, you become qualified to teach it. How would it feel to be so successful using the law of assumption that not only you could see your goals and desires manifested, but you could actually pass it along to others and actually know it so well that you become a master, that you could actually teach it to others and help them achieve their goals. I feel pretty confident that most of you are actually here because you want to manifest a goal. And perhaps, at least presently, you have no desire to become a teacher, and that's fine. So you'll have that choice. However, remember the principle that I gave in my introduction is that I want you to understand and know the law of assumption and the ways of manifesting so clearly that if you sat down with someone and they ask you about manifesting or the subject came up or you brought the subject up, you would be able to answer them. First of all, you need to do this, then do this. This is recommended. This is a great method, and this is how you manifest. Could you do that? If you can't, it's okay. But understand again, if you know it well enough, you could actually teach it. So I'm going to be giving a series of 5 steps involved in manifesting and using what Neville Goddard referred to as the law of assumption, which we know is very akin to the law of attraction. Okay. So the idea is that you bring your goal into reality through your imagination and in using the steps to manifest your goals. Okay. So step 1, let's get into it. Step 1 is you must define your goal. You need to know what you want, what it might be that you'd like to do, to have, or to be an experience in your life. You need to know that. Along with that, I'd like to invite you again to take a notebook and write out at the top of the page your overall goal. Then I want you to clarify it in a paragraph or so, the details of what you would like to have regarding that goal and being more specific. So if it's regard to, for example, a partner in life, what qualities would you like to have in that relationship? So you need to take a minute and imagine what it would look like, what she or he literally might look like, if that's important to you. Okay. Then write out the qualities that you'd like to share in common or that you'd like them to have. Okay. So if you're looking for a relationship as a man with a woman, for example, you may want her to have qualities in common with you that fit your personality. Likewise, if you're a woman and you're seeking a partner, what are the qualities in a man that you would seek? And they're not always the same, right? However, I truly believe out of the 10 billion people on this earth, there is a match for you. So my first example in relationships here is for those who are either single or are going to be single. Okay. So you're going to be in a position, or you are in a position, where you'd like to date in the future and find someone suitable in a relationship, perhaps as a partner, possibly even for marriage. Whether you're male or female, write out at least 10 qualities. I wrote out 16 for myself, and I found a woman who matched all 16, by the way. But write out a list of perhaps 10 to 15 qualities that you would seek in a partner. Now, different areas of their personality type and their qualities may not seem important to you at the moment, but as most of us know, in a relationship, they become very prominent. You write down the appearance: tall, short, uh, cultural background, and appearance and look that you desire. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being transparent about the fact that you personally desire a certain type of man or woman physically. Secondly, you might also include romantic qualities. Do you want someone that's very reserved? Do you want someone who's very open minded and outgoing in romantic terms? This notebook details is for your eyes only. You write out what's important to you romantically. I did, and I cannot share all of those with you here on YouTube. But I also wrote out qualities in hobbies and activities, because I'm a very outdoorsy man. So I love the beach, I love the sun, I love the water. I like scuba diving and snorkeling. I also love the mountains. I love getting outdoors, seeing waterfalls and rivers, experiencing the outdoors. That's my personality. The person that would be with me would have to have those qualities. That was important to me. I wrote out other characteristics that I found and find important in my stage of life, because I'm conservative in many areas when it comes to the household. So I wanted a woman that, along with my help, cooperation, would be finding that keeping the house clean and orderly would be important. Also, I wanted to be with someone who either already has children or gets along with children and is very family oriented. Okay, someone who is family oriented, that could accept my family and that I could accept their family, and who is okay around children. Okay? Now, in my case, I'm older, so I have older children and I have 5 grandchildren. I needed someone that would fit. So somebody who is young, perhaps doesn't have children, hasn't had a experience in a relationship, may or may not be the right fit for me. Probably not. Okay. And so I actually found someone over a year ago on the beach in the Philippines, has exactly as I imagined. And as it turned out, she had all 16 qualities that I was looking for: physically, hobby wise, food tastes, right? Personality wise, as far as how she is around the house and being orderly, right? Someone who is calm, peaceful, yet fun and loving. She has the look of the lady that I was looking for. Also, it had those characteristics. However, I truly believe if you're not specific, if you don't know exactly what you want, you'll get not exactly. All right. So, this number one step is clarify your goal, know exactly what you want, and then write out the details surrounding that desire, qualities that you'd like to see that. So on another subject regarding choosing a goal, your goal might be specifically and primarily about career, about making more money, about finances. Let's narrow that down. What would your life look like if you had that new career, and what would that career be? So you want to write out, if possible, even the type of career you seek, right? And also, Would you want to work from home? Would you want to be someone who could actually work online and travel the world? Think about it. That's what I do, right? I can do my coaching online anywhere in the world, which is amazing. And that's what I manifested because that's what I wanted. So do you find yourself better fit in an office situation where you're working with a group in an environment of a store or office? If so, that's fine. But clarify what you'd like to do, even the position that you would like. Don't just settle based on your education and past. What would you really like to accomplish when it comes to career? Where would you like to be? What would you like to be doing? Would it be in the same town, or would it be actually moving somewhere else? So, where do you see yourself and where would you like to be with your career? If that's your goal, write that out and then follow it by a paragraph or two about concerning the details and qualities that you would require. If it's in an office, do you want a director or manager who's kind, cooperative, and supportive? That might be a key important thing to you. I know people who are even in the career they want, but they're miserable where they're at. And so they need to manifest being somewhere else, maybe in the same career, but at a different location, maybe even in a different city if necessary. So, what do you truly want concerning health, career, goal, relationships, finances, you name it? Take all, but I would recommend narrowing it down to a specific desire that you can really dig into that might include some of the others or not. Okay, that's up to you. But you need to know your goal and you need to clarify it. Step number one, clarify your goal, write it out. Know exactly what you want. It's getting sunset here. It's going to be dark, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'd like to invite you to go ahead and click above